What's up, guys? E aí, galera?
How's it been back in Brazil?
Great, great to be here. My wife and my kids just got here. A lot of friends coming. I think I sold a lot of tickets. I'm gonna talk to the boss man, see if he can hook me up with something because I sold a lot of tickets, so I'm happy.
Are you I'm sure you're very happy to be fighting on this event, but you're a little bit frustrated that you're fighting someone ranked number 12 instead of one of these bigger names?
I was frustrated because after the Khamzat fight, I went to the office. I had a great meeting with Dana and Hunter, and they said they're gonna give me a big fight, and we kind of got on the same page. The name was Masvidal. Fight was offered to November, then December. Whenever it was passing, I wasn't getting a fight, and then I saw they schedule a card in Brazil. I said, okay, I'm back in Brazil. You guys want me there? They say yes, so we got the fight in here. And I was just waiting for the opponent. They tried Masvidal. I don't know what happened. And then they tried Belal Muhammad too, but that they didn't accept. So I was so happy because I was watching that event and Neil Magny called me out. And then I just call Ali a text day and I say, hey, if everyone says no, I'm fighting this guy. I don't care. It got to a point that just give me someone, and I'm happy that there's Neil Magny. He stepped up, so I like that.
And he's a tricky guy, right? He could be someone that you could easily sort of overlook thinking about those bigger names, and then he could cost you.
Yeah, no, I'm not overlooking him for sure. And it's being hard to keep my focus on it because everybody, hey, what's next? I say, there's no next. I can say next is Kobe, next is this guy, next. But if I lose to Neil Magny, then I'm, 4 steps behind. So I'm focused on this guy. This guy is long, 6'3", foot tall, good range, experience for a lot of guys. I think I kind of expecting that he's going to try to throw a lot of knees, try to stay on the outside. If I rush to come in, I think he's going to try to kind of clinch a little bit. Very smart. I'm not overlooking this guy. I'm not passing Neil Magny for sure. I think he's very tough. I give him all the credit. I think I'm thankful that he stepped up and he's here in Brazil, but I'm ready for a war if I have to go to.
Yeah. I know you said you don't want to talk about what's next, but I do know that Masvidal said he wanted to fight you in London, right, in March. Is that even a possibility for you to turn around and fight again that quickly, or do you think that fight's kind of just gone for now?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll fight if everything goes good. I pass by Neil Magny and they offer me, you want to turn around, I will. Anyway, it's no question that if they offer me a fight, for sure I'll take it. But I think it depends because, like you said, I'm fighting the guys behind me. So, and then let's say if I beat both of these guys, I still think I still gotta pass Kobe. I still gotta pass these guys. So then I gotta do one more fight. We gotta see what makes more sense. But if everything goes my way, I'm trying to look forward.
Is your division one of the most frustrating, right? Because you get the same names that never seem to move or fight each other, and it's just tricky, right?
It never move, and I got frustrated with that too. I'm over already. Like I said, I'm focused on Neil Magny, but how the heck Belal Muhammad beats Sean Brady? I have nothing to do with that. He passed me on the ranks. I got it. Okay, he got a couple wins, but he never beat me. Why he took my place? And he declined the fight when they offered him to fight. So we fight each other here. We all know why no, because he got my place. But I think he's still number 5. He will say yes. So I don't. That's one thing that I don't like. He's out of my control. But that was a little frustrating. Man, how the fuck this guy passed me on the ranks? He never beat me, and he don't want to fight me. So why?
Yeah. I know that it was a rematch you wanted for ages. Did you hear that Khamzat's moved up to middleweight?
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but it's funny because anything if the guy posts, if he posts taking a shit, everyone gonna repost, everyone gonna share that. And then he was huge. He's already big. If you guys don't remember, last time he missed the weight, and he was already big. Now he's looking bigger. I think that he's going to middleweight next. That's what I think. I kind of heard I don't know if it's true, but if you ask me what I think he's a middleweight next fight.
Is that still a rematch you want? Would you even consider going up to middleweight just to fight him again, or would you think like once he's up there, he's gone?
For sure, I'll fight this guy back. We're not done. Any time that I got a chance, we're gonna fight again. For sure, it can be on his condition. Okay, I cannot make 170 right now. Let's say he said that. Fuck it. Okay, we meet in the middle, 178, 180, and for sure I'll make that fight back. So all the losses that I have is on the UFC. 2 guys are out of the UFC. My 2 losses, Rashid Magomedov and Pereira, I forgot the guy's name, Tractor. So he's out of the UFC already. So the other 3 losses were Dan Hooker. He's a lightweight. I'm done. Good guy, doing his thing. I'm not chasing that. But the other 2, yeah, I'm looking forward. There's Edwards-Usman and Khamzat Chimaev. I don't know if I'll be able to do both back, but yeah, if I could, yeah, I would do both back.
Who do you think wins, Kamaru or Leon?
That's a tricky one because who I want to win, I want Kamaru to win. Who do I think is gonna win? I don't know. I've been talking to the coach with the guys. They say, "Oh, Kamaru for sure," but I think that I said that before a couple of times. The altitude mess with Leon, I think, because he looked great on the first round, and then he kind of slowed it down in the second round. I think that was because of the altitude. I might be wrong. And then the way I see his coach did a wonderful job, the 4th to the last round. The way I see is the train was getting out of the trail, and the fight he was kind of losing the fight, and that's an amazing job that I like to see from the coach. Then they put this guy back on trail, and the guy was able to capitalize a beautiful knockout, doing to a lot of struggle. And then he even said, "Oh, I didn't look good. I don't know what happened." I think that happened, the altitude. But now, going to London, now, and he have a lot of mental things that happens that people don't realize. Kamaru was the last guy walking, dancing, taking his time. Guy was waiting for him. Now it's the opposite. Now he's in London, a hostile territory. Kamaru's going to walk first. He's going to be in the octagon waiting for Leon. So I think it's going to be a close fight, but if I got to pick one, I think because those little things, I think Leon gets the win. I want Kamaru, but I think Leon gets the win.
Good analysis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Certainly in the past, it seems some opponents seem to underestimate Neil Magny. You definitely don't sound like one of these people. Where would you rate his overall toughness and his takedown defense?
I think he's very tough. I think just the mentality that he has to step up, to call out Khamzat, to get a fight against Shavkat, to call me out, that says a lot about the guy. 20 wins on the UFC welterweight division. I think he's very, very tough. Now, technically, takedown defense used to be one of his weaknesses, but for sure, we all know he's getting better. I do believe he's getting better on it. He's putting a lot of work because that's one of my strengths, and I think he's been working on it. It's going to be very hard for me to give you a no, but I think that was his weakness. I don't think it is anymore. I think he's getting very dangerous, very long. He started using his knees a lot, change stance, use a lot of tips, great on the clinch. I'm ready for a war if I have to go there, you know.
And he gave you a lot of credit for your striking and where your striking game has came. Is that where you feel you've had the biggest improvement in your MMA game in years recent? Yeah,
the last years yet, but this last year after the fight, I put a lot of focus on my wrestling, on my transition. You know, not just striking, but striking to a takedown, and that's where my goal. Yeah, but yeah, for years I put a lot of emphasis on my striking, but now, not just striking. You know, I think my strength is my grappling. So, but in order to do my grappling, I gotta get better on my wrestling. I need to get better on my wrestling, my striking through wrestling. So all those transitions, that is a thing that I'm putting a lot of energy right now.
So what are your keys to the victory for this fight? What needs to happen to make sure you get your arm raised on Saturday?
I need to pull him out. I think I got to knock him out or submit him. Otherwise, he's going to stay there 3 rounds. You know, I think the key is I think he got good gas tank, good volume, but I think I get the heavy hands and I get the heavy grappling. So if I mix that good, and if I'm present in there, because it's going to be a lot of pressure, I know. And but if I'm 100% present in there Saturday night, I'm finishing Neil Magny.
Every time you fought and won in Rio, not only in Rio but in Brazil, you won by stoppage. Was either a knockout or submission. Is that the way you see yourself winning on Saturday?
I hope so. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to get a finish. I think at that stage in my career, just a win, just a decision, a tough fight doesn't get me anywhere. But if I do have a great finish, either a knockout or a submission, I think it says a lot more for who I am, you know.
Magny fought in Rio 3 times, and 2 of those he lost were to Demian Maia and Sergio Moraes, who are also big jiu-jitsu guys. How do you compare your jiu-jitsu to theirs? What do they do better than you? What do you do better than them?
I think we all three are the highest level jiu-jitsu, you know. Sergio Moraes is a world champion with the gi 2 or 3 times. Demian Maia was world champion with the gi, several belts, not on the black belt, but then he was ADCC champion. I was jiu-jitsu world champion, a black belt, 3rd place in ADCC. We're there, we're in the highest level, and I think for sure Damian has a lot of experience. I think he was one of the best guys that was a pure jiu-jitsu in the UFC. Serginho I think he got a couple of knockouts. He got a little bit better on the striking. Yeah, I think we're all high level in jiu-jitsu.
Gilbert, you were talking about the fight between Leon Edwards and Khamzat. What was your first thought when you saw the knockout at that last minute in that fight?
I was there live. I was there, and it was crazy because I had a red-eye flight back to Florida from Salt Lake, and Ozzy, the UFC guy, he came and said, "Hey, you're late for your flight. Whenever the fight is over, you gotta go." And then I'm like, "Okay, Kamaru, you want me to go now?" I said, "No, wait. When the fight is over, you gotta run." And that was just like 2 minutes away. And then I kept looking, and then I don't know. I kind of fell a little bit because Kamaru should take him down, and he was walking, taking his time, and I was listening to Leo Edwards' coach. He was giving a couple good advice. Kamaru was slowing down, and poof.
Do you think he was overconfident?
I don't think so. I think 1 minute to go, he was winning. I think he just wanted, I don't know, I think the fight was on, just kind of stayed there for 1 more minute. I don't think he was overconfident. But, yeah, he got caught.
And let's say that he cannot fight on London against Leon Edwards. Who should fight for the title?
Me. I'll go.
And if you can't say Gilbert Burns, who should?
No one.
Okay.
Wait for me.
And my last one. You are one of the 3 athletes that are back again in Brazil. You were here in 2020 on the last event, and you are back now. What did you miss the most of fighting in Brazil?
I miss my parents at my fights. You know, like since the jiu-jitsu, they always there for me. They always support 100%. And the visa was declined twice. I'm going after that consul, but now they're here. You know, they're gonna be at the fights. It's gonna be I think that for sure. I miss the crowd, my friends, a lot of friends from jiu-jitsu, friends from high school, from my neighborhood. Like I said, I helped to sold a lot of tickets, so I think the crowd's gonna be insane. I miss the crowd insane, but number one was my parents in there. That's what I miss the most.
Thank you very much.
Hola, Gilbert. How you doing?
Good.
Looking great, by the way.
Thank
I love
you.
the drip. I love the clothing. I love the hair. You're oozing confidence, man, and
Yes.
that comes straight after one of the biggest fights of the year. I wanted to know about your personal energy coming into this year.
Yeah, always the best energy. I have a great energy and confident. You know, last year was only one fight. Okay, it was a great fight, but I still lost that fight. But this year, I'm hoping to having a busy year. 3, maybe 4 fights, I don't care. I want to earn that title shot. it depends on who I'm fighting, but maybe 2 or 3 fights I can earn that. But yeah, I'm full of energy, and I want a busy 2023 with a lot of energy.
Absolutely. I love the energy, by the way, like I said before. There's this guy named Claudio Puelles, right?
He's my guy.
Yeah, my guy too. And he was asking me, well, you got to ask Gilbert, if he wins on Saturday, is he finally going to call out Tate?
Yes. No, I'm going to beat up Tate maybe Friday when I see him, because he's a nice guy, but everyone that works here, they know he has a big mouth. He don't stop. Like, sometimes he got to get his Mac. That's why. But Tate's a nice guy. Not best, because there got a lot of great guys do the hands here, but he's my favorite one to wrap my hands. He's my neighbor. He lives very close to my house. But yeah, sometimes he's annoying. He gotta get his Mac. That's all.
Well, you're excited about your fight, of course, but who else on the card are you excited to see compete?
Couple fights. Number one guy that I'm super excited is Gregory Rodriguez. I think that guy is the future on the middleweight division. Like I said, I had a couple of losses, I had a couple of wars, but I never had a headache for 1 or 2 days. This guy gave me a headache on the beginning of my camp. We spar very hard, and I was just like, man, I'm having a freaking headache, freaking Gregory. And then I'm not gonna spar with you no more with the big gloves, just small gloves, because then he chews. But I think he's the future of the middleweight division. I think he's going to do great. I do believe, not just because of my teammate, I think the lifestyle that he has, family guy, Christian, relaxed, trains super hard, his mind is on the right place. I think Gregory is going to be a monster in that division. Another guy, Malhadinho too, Joilton Almeida, I think the guy is the future. I think a high potential to become a champion. Who else? Figueiredo and Moreno. But by the way, we're done, right? Quadrilogy, not anymore. That's the only one. We don't need that anymore. And Glover, for sure. I love Jamal Hill. Like I said, I love Moreno and Jamal Hill. Both great guys, but Brazil. So for sure, I'm looking forward to Glover fight, Figueiredo, Gregory, and Malhadinho, Almeida. That's the fight that I'm looking forward to.
Thank you for your time, Gilbert. Best of luck.
You're welcome. Thank you.